Hey Gemini, welcome to 3 Rabbit Tarot. Thank you so much for joining us for your weekly reading for the week of the 7th. We're going to be doing a whole spread here to get an idea of your general energies for this week, and then also any challenges that you'll be facing and how to overcome some of those challenges. If this reading resonates with you, also check out your sun, moon, and rising. And getting started here with your general energy for the week, we have the 7 of Wands card. So it's definitely about you facing a lot of adversity right now. There can just be like a lot of people in your life right now who are kind of bearing down on you. It can also be different things coming into your life right now. Like if there's like a lot of like small catastrophes going on, like maybe like your car broke down and then like, the strap on your backpack broke at the same time, or just like small little things like that can be adding up right now. Or there could also be a lot of people who are confronting you right now. And your challenge card here, we have the Death card. So I can see you as really maybe just being like a little bit more, I'm almost getting the sense of a Gemini who is being confronted with some sort of like medical problems right now too. That could be like the little thing that we're seeing right now, right? It's like you start to notice little tiny changes about like maybe like part of your eyesight is going, and also part of your hearing is going, and you wake up in the morning, your back kind of hurts, and it can kind of feel as though like, oh, the world is now bearing down on me. Like I'm very acutely aware of my mortality. Maybe that's the energy that we're getting right now, Gemini. I think that you're just a little bit worried. You're just like very acutely aware of like your own mortality right now, Gemini. Here in your recent past, we have the Star card, which is really positive to see. This is just about you flourishing and having this tremendous amount of abundance. And this is, of course, unrelated to like these, whatever like these little concerns are. And again, these are like weekly readings, Gemini, so I wouldn't be too worried about this. Like if you are noticing some like little tiny problems or there's like a lot of like people kind of bothering you about some stupid issues right now, I wouldn't be too worried about it, Gemini. This isn't like an end of the world type of reading. This is just like a week by week sort of thing. So nothing too catastrophic here. In your area of the future, we have the Queen of Pentacles card. So whatever you're going through here in like this week or these next couple weeks, it's going to be overcome pretty easily because you have like this tremendous amount of like flourishing star energy. And that's kind of translating into you becoming more financially secure. Like the Gemini here is like, I'm almost getting a sense of like an older Gemini or something in this reading. Like somebody who's like a little bit more established, but they're just like starting to notice some issues around them, or they're just like feeling like slightly overwhelmed these next couple weeks. And because you're feeling overwhelmed, Gemini, maybe you want to kind of retreat into yourself a little bit more. Maybe you want to retreat somewhere with your family. Maybe you want to go somewhere different, or maybe you just want to be away from like everybody right now. That's also a sensation that I'm getting here with the Hermit card in your area of above. So kind of how you're presenting yourself right now. And especially the color scheme here really relates well between like the Hermit card and the Star card. So a lot of like very similar like thematic energy here, I guess. There's like a lot of similar color and themes here between those two cards. So it's about you like really, maybe you're starting to sense your own mortality a little bit, or maybe you're just feeling a little bit overburdened with people around you right now. So you just need to take a retreat. Like you need to like foster and like hold on to your energy right now, Gemini. Here in like your area of below, here in your area below, we have the 8 of Pentacles card. So it's you putting in the work on something, and you're putting in work because it's kind of weird. It's like there is like this little issue here. Like you're overcoming something in the middle here of this week. Like not the middle of this week, but like with this week, there's something in the middle here that's kind of bothering you and pestering you. But I don't think that it's anything catastrophic. And we have like this great energy here with like the Star and Hermit cards. So it's about you kind of like focusing on and like fostering this emotional stability. And then here we have like the 8 of Pentacles coupled with the Queen of Pentacles card. There's like a lot of like material stability as well. So whatever you're building up right now, Gemini, it's not just like you're focusing on your emotions right now. You're also focusing on your career right now, or you're focusing on like your hobbies right now, and you're really building up something beautiful for yourself. Like, this is like a really positive reading. There's just like a little tiny thing in the middle here, a little dab of terror, but it's nothing catastrophic, Gemini. Everybody's lives colored by like a lot of different things, and right now you're just being a little bit worried about something, but it's not a big deal. And here in your area of advice, we have the King of Pentacles card. So definitely these three cards here are really communicating and talking to each other right now. It's kind of telling me about a journey too. It's telling me like, you know, don't be too worried about like these little things. Don't let these small things pester you right now, because you're in a great spot where if you just continue focusing on your craft, continue like focusing on honing your own abilities, you're gonna like slowly build yourself up. First through like the Queen of Pentacles, and then finally to like the King of Pentacles here. In your area of external factors, we have the Seven of Swords card. So definitely kind of watch out for people right now, especially coupling this with like the Seven of Wands card here. There could just be somebody who could possibly betray you right now. Maybe it's because like you're focusing too much on like this hermit energy. Maybe you're folding too much into yourself, and you're not really looking at the grand situation around you. You're not looking at like what other people around you are doing right now, and that's creating this opportunity for somebody to come and kind of stab you in the back right now. I wouldn't be too worried. It's not like, you know, like a life or death sort of situation, but it could just be like, you know, there's like this negative actor in your life right now, and if you don't be on the lookout for them, they're just gonna kind of mess things up for you. So here in your area of hopes and fears, we have the Six of Swords card. So there could just be something that you're kind of carrying from your past right now, and it could be that thing that you're carrying from your past right now that could end up ultimately betraying you. There could just be somebody in your past who has like really kind of screwed you over, and you didn't let them go for some reason. Or maybe there was somebody who did screw you over in the past, and it's not like, maybe you did let them go, you threw them out of your life, but maybe like that cutting emotional energy is still resonating with you right now, Gemini, but it's not too negative, because here in your area of an outcome, we have the Four of Wands card. So I think if you really just kind of like buckle down right now, Gemini, and really focus on building yourself up, and like, you know, this is like a reading of like, forget the haters basically, because if you kind of focus on building up yourself right now, you're going to be able to build this foundation for something beautiful, and not just for you, but for somebody who you love and care about. I think that there's somebody right now who's like really helping you out and supporting you, and you really just want to be able to just focus on building that up. You don't want to focus on this thing from the past. And if we want to do like a little bit of like almost like a love reading into this, and we could also do a sort of love reading into this as well. It could be like the Swords energy here. This thing from your past could actually be an ex or somebody who is kind of coming to mess up this new relationship that you're building. And here where you have like the Star and Hermit card, it can be that you took time to like really get out of that relationship and to grow and to change. But now that person's kind of coming back around a little bit. When you're trying to really change yourself as an individual, and you're changing yourself as an individual, and you're focusing more on your career and becoming more stable because you want to build something beautiful with this new person in your life. I really see like this strange sort of like journey here with the Pentacles going like moving from like up to down and back up to the Four of Wands card. You can kind of see like in this reading here especially how like the energies sort of work together. And Gemini, I would just say really focus on yourself right now, but just be acutely aware that, you know, just because you recovered from something in the past doesn't mean that somebody else recovered from something in the past. So they might kind of like come back to haunt you in a sense. Gemini, we're going to be pulling 3 cards at the end of this reading to get a general like yes, no, or maybe question. So if you want to pause the video right now and think of those, we'll give you 1, 2, and 3. So for your first question, I have a definite yes. For your second question, also a yes. And then for your last question, I have a yes on that as well. So a yes for all those questions, Gemini. Gemini, thank you so much for joining us at 3 Rabbit Tarot. And our next week's reading, we're going to have at least 1 rabbit here kind of running around again to kind of like liven things up a little bit. And hopefully they just won't destroy anything too much. But thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like this video down below. And then also check us out on Instagram where we post additional content. Thank you, Gemini.